Yes, people, we are back live. We are back live on the Sarcasm City TV YouTube for another edition of the ManDem United podcast, the podcast dedicated to all things Manchester United. So please keep all your comments or your questions Manchester United related, please, people. It is the Tuesday edition of the show. So obviously, I'm joined by Mr. Ivorian Spice in the building. What are you telling me, fam? You good?
Yeah, man's good, man. We've had a peaceful week without anything drastic coming from Manchester United. So, we're coming back to it, back to the slums, this weekend, but man's good. How's everybody? Big up to everyone that's tuning as well. Big up to you, Flawless, as well, bro.
Big up to you, Ivorian, every single time. Big up the chat, like Ivorian mentioned as well. As you can see from the title, RAPHAEL Varane to Bayern Munich rumours. So we'll be discussing that as well as everything else Manchester United in regards to the ownership. Obviously, this weekend, the Premier League's back. Next week is a massive Champions League game for Manchester United as well. So we'll be discussing all those things, as well as the ownership, Jim Ratcliffe, will Murtaugh be staying, etc., etc. The whole nine the whole nine, I should say. But before we continue as well, got a welcome to the show. Someone who's been a regular on the channel. You see him in the comment section. See him on shows. He's been easily one of the longest running special guests on Sarcasm City TV, in particular, the ManDem United podcast as well. Super talented, super talented. I'm saying away from content creating. I'm just saying in general, whether it's comedy, whether it's his sketches, or whether, you know what I'm saying, it's just his thoughts on life as well. So got welcome to the show. Man like Dan Silly, man, is in the building. Yes, Dan, what are you telling me? You good?
Big up, man. Yo, my guy Flawless has the best intros. It warms your heart, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, is he really talking about me? Oh my gosh. Nah, big up, man.
Big up, man.
I love
It's only
the kind words and that, you know what I'm saying?
Yo, I'm all for giving. I mean, man, appreciate that. I'm all for giving people their flowers, man, while they're here. You feel me? All for giving people their flowers. Like,
Come
that's
on,
it.
mate.
You know what I'm saying? It's only right to give people their flowers, man. It's only right.
Appreciate it, man. I appreciate being here once again to discuss our shambolic club, which is Manchester United.
We will get to that. And before we do, everyone who's watching this live right now or watching this back, hit the like button on the video. Let's run up those likes. Please make sure you do that. Share this across all of the socials as well, and subscribe to the channel Sarcasm City TV as well. And when you subscribe, make sure you hit the notification bell as well, people. But we'll start with the title. Big up to everyone in the chat. I see all of you lot. Andy, I see you. True Blue, Warrior J, Justice, I see everyone in the chat as well. But like I said, we will start with the title. RAPHAEL Varane to Bayern Munich rumours. Thoughts on this, Dan? Would you move him on in January? Would you move him on in the summer? Are you saying keep him regardless? Where do you stand with this? Bear in mind, people, this is not a reliable source that said this, but I thought let's discuss it because it is an interesting topic.
It's just another customary rumor in the rumor mill of Man United, isn't it? Like, it's just, I don't see any validity in it. However, it's one of them. Like, you could clearly see Varane is unhappy, like just from his body language, the look on his face of disgustment, or what's the word? Disgust. Just like me and you
is the word.
And all of us were disgusted with this club. Varane is in the same boat. He's looking around like, what is this, bruv? What is this monstrosity, bruv? Where am I? I come from Real Madrid, bruv, to this shit. This is mad. So even though it's a rumor, I wouldn't be surprised if man was like, you know what? Let me chat to the agent and be like, I need to bounce, man. Might as well just secure the bag, I don't know, somewhere else, and just live out good. I just want to be happy and positive. And at Man United, I can't be. Look what's around me. You see the beef that the manager's got with certain other players and that. And I think if you read between the lines, it's clear to see, innit? Like, there's obviously issues there. Man just picking battles with, I would say, I don't know, like the wrong players, I guess. Like,
okay,
these are your star-studded players. You got to keep them happy, bruv. Like, and you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't really know what's going on in it. But if I was Varane, personally, I'm bouncing because I don't want to be here. You know what I'm saying? Like, this club is dead, bro. I don't see nothing, man. The only shining light you positive you can take is you're like, okay, this manager may be sacked very soon. You look at the run of games coming up December. Cool. Sancho's probably feeling the same as well. You know what I'm saying? They'll all get a new lease of life if the manager leaves, a new guy comes in. But then also you got to look at the ownership situation. So it's all up in the air at the moment. So I think a lot of things in terms of players leaving and incoming, outgoings and whatnot. A lot of things lies in the balance, innit? We don't know what's going on with the ownership situation. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's still not much clarity in many areas. So, bro, of course, I'm not moving him on in January because what we're going to do? Like, not as if like we got freaking options, like, and we're in a position where we're like, yeah, let's move on Varane. Like, it's the time to, bro. If we move on Varane before Evans and Maguire, I'm gonna go mad. I'm gonna go sick, bro.
That's true.
That highlights the inadequacies of this shit club, bro. And it's gonna happen, bro. I'm telling you now, shit like that always happens at this club, bro. You brought Evans back, you know, and you're gonna sell Varane before Evans. What? This is some mad universe, bro. This is different unit. This ain't real, man. This ain't.
It's nuts.
This can't be real. Anyway, man. Yeah, man.
That's your fault on it. So you're saying don't let him go regardless. I hear
We
that.
can't let him go. But at the same time, he probably wants to leave on a personal level. But it's like you rather keep an unhappy player in that is Varane's quality at the club. Because what else are you gonna do? What are you gonna sell him? Bring someone else in? Do you trust this club to actually replace him in January? No.
I get that. I get what you're saying. I think the Varane thing though is, I think it really, before we got Ivorian's fault, just quickly, I think it's fixable. Just play him. I think if you just play him week in, week out, which he should be, because he is our best centre back. Let's not mistake that. He is Manchester United's best centre back without doubt, like including Lisandro Martinez. So I think if you just play him, he'll be fine. Like, I've never heard of Varane having any issue. Bear in mind, he was at Real Madrid when Pepe was there and Ramos was there. So there would have been times, I'd have to go back and check the numbers, where he wouldn't have been playing week in, week out. And it's like, I've never heard of him having an issue. I never even heard of him having an argument with someone in training. Like, Varane just doesn't seem like that type of character at all in the slightest. So, yeah, I think it's just game time and then it'll be fine. But Ivorian, your thoughts on it? Talk to us.
Yeah, one thing I have to agree with Danny is that the club's all over in the air, like in terms of situation. So it's interesting to hear this kind of news. But the most interesting thing is that it is quite worrying, because we've read news about Ten Hag trying to cut the wage bill and going for the players who earn big bucks, and players like Sancho and Ronaldo didn't fit the bill, and he tried to reduce the wage bill. And then you've got the situation where Marcus Rashford himself just signed a 350k, but let's not talk about that. But then Varane is the next player that's over the age of 30. He's earning over 350k, and people are reading rumors that there's been an issue internally between Ten Hag and RAPHAEL Varane, but no one has actually come out and said anything about it. So it's interesting when you read these kind of things, and you just look at the situation now. This was a player that was a key player last season, guys, for our strong defense, who had the most clean sheets in the Premier League, 19 clean sheets for David De Gea. You know, a key aspect, that key partnership between him and Martinez. You know, and then all of a sudden, this season it's all gone, mainly due to injuries. Let's be honest, that he's lost his position due to injuries. And with Ten Hag, I know that, actually no, I can't say I know that when you play well, he keeps you and he plays you, because that's not the truth, because we've seen players come in and do actually well. But in terms of defenders, I know that when it comes to defending, he tends to pick the players who's been in form when it comes to defenders, centre-back, especially in key positions. Like, for example, he could have brought back Varane when Evans was playing with Maguire, but he said it was tactical. But then again, Evans as well was playing well. So Evan did deserve to keep his position, and same as Maguire. Like, I know that. I'll get to it, Danny. Don't worry. You, this ain't pro. I'm not here to back. This talk is not backing Maguire and Evans. You think I like this situation?
No, I'm just saying be consistent, because when it comes to other players that are inconsistent and not performing, then you're not doing anything about that, innit?
Yes, that's true, exactly. But the Varane situation is very interesting, man. And I look at it and I think it's a bit crazy right now. It's crazy that we're looking to get rid of RAPHAEL Varane, you know, a 4 times Champions League winner, a World Cup winner as well. The best, as Flora says, our best centre-back rank, including Martinez, in Manchester United hierarchy in defence. And we are looking to get rid of him. To answer your question, Flawless, hell no, January. There is no transfer for RAPHAEL Varane. Although he gets injured, I still see him and value him as a key player for Manchester United for this season. At the end of the season, maybe you can make your considerations after everything is sorted out with the ownership, the new scouting system is put in place, because I can't trust Manchester United to get rid of Varane and replace him right now with everything in the air, you know, especially with the scouting department all up for scrutiny, all up for debate, their positions as well. People will be coming in. So let's calm ourselves down, as I say, tranquille, calme-toi, to everyone here that's listening. Don't go crazy. Yeah, don't just think, oh, motherfucker is going to get rid of Varane. You know, I've had enough of this shit. You know, ETH out even more. Let's wait until January, because there's a lot of football to be played, and Varane can still come in and play key position, because Evans is injured now, you know, and things could change probably by January, and especially if the ownership situation comes in. So I would not allow no transfer. I'll wait until the summer and then start considering and see what we have, who we're going to bring in, you know, who have we scouted that is way better than Varane, you know, because look at the situation now. We have Johnny Evans in our ranks. No one predicted this. No one predicted this. You know, we was expecting a Kim Min-jae or Tadibo, or, you know, or the other guy that we was linked to that plays for Bayern Leverkusen, you know. But we're in that situation now, so there's no way. Ten Hag, if he sell, like I've been looking at Ten Hag really funny, but this time I look at him extremely even much more funny. The side eye will be side eyeing all the way to the corner, to the extent that you think man is cross-eyed with Eric Ten Hag. No, it's the truth, though. It's the truth. We're already looking at him funny. We're looking at him funny.
Now we are. Big up to my guy Eddie in the chat. Jago as well. Good to see you in the chat as well. Large up everyone who's tapped in. Just under 40 people locked in the building. The like ratio is decent, but let's bump up the likes as well. Come on, you lot. Let's get us up to 30 likes, man. We're currently at 23. Hit the subscribe button. Just on RAPHAEL Varane. There's no way we should sell him in January, and there's no way we should sell him in the summer, unless summer-wise it's a big offer from Saudi Arabia. So let's say it's 100+ million, hypothetically, not saying that happens. Then I'd be like, I hear that. Why would we move him on? It makes no sense whatsoever. Yeah, his injuries are concerned to an extent, yes, but he still plays enough games to the point where he can be effective and he can be extremely useful during the season. He played I think last season he played 29 league matches, something like that. 30. I'm actually going to check the numbers, but people act like he gets injured to the point where man's playing 10 games a season or 15 games a season. His injuries are so over-exaggerated in regards to it. So over-exaggerated than the way people talk about his availability. Yes, there should be somebody in either competing with him for that right side centre-back spot, or someone who's an understudy, like, for example, a Kim Min-jae, like a Bella Kotchak, a Salisu, whoever else. Go and sign a competent centre-back so he can either challenge Varane and be around like a senior level, or learn from him. And then you've got Martinez, then you've got Luke Shaw, then you've got a solid 4 centre-backs. And then if you got Lindelof as 5th, cool. But again, like Manchester United, we don't do things properly. We don't do the obvious things. That is the basic things to do. And I've already mentioned it. I've seen people mention it in the chat as well. When did this thing come out that Manchester, again, another myth. When did Manchester United state that they're trying to reduce the wage bill? When did that happen? I missed this. People really love just inventing stuff. Bear in mind, we let Ronaldo go. We let De Gea go. Just this season, not this season gone, but in the past 18 months. Those two were on astronomical numbers. So this whole thing with, he's trying to get rid of Sancho because of the wages on, but we just give a big bumper deal to Rashford. Like, what are we talking about? When you look back in previous times, we let go of, it was Juan Mata, Matic, Cavani, Pogba, Lingard. That was 5 of our biggest earners. So even if you combine, say, Varane and Sancho's wages, that doesn't combine to those 5, and there's probably players I'm forgetting. So what are we talking about here? We can't just be making stuff up, people. When did this happen? If I missed something, please let me know. If there was a statement made, if somebody said something in an interview, did Ten Hag say something that Manchester United are trying to reduce the wage bill? For what case? Like, people just be saying things and have nothing to back it up whatsoever. The 5 players I just mentioned there were 5 of our biggest earners at that time. And I've probably forgotten players. So the whole thing with no, he's just not a fan of Sancho. It's nothing to do with Sancho's wages. This is why Sancho, even when he was here last season, didn't start a lot. What are we talking about? You think he's seen Sancho's wages and we're like, right, I'm not playing you because of the wages? No. Like I said, we just let go of De Gea. Like, what are we talking about here? The same way we let go of Ronaldo. We let go of Ronaldo because he wasn't good enough. That's why he ended up in Saudi Arabia. We let go of De Gea because he's not good enough. That's why he's still now without a club, and it's almost the end of the year. What are we talking about? Like the market determines your value. And these players are not of a certain caliber. That's why one's in Saudi Arabia and one's unemployed. There's a reason for that. So people say, oh, bring De Gea back. Why would we bring him back?
You know, the news that's been surfacing regarding De Gea as well. That he might come back to Man United. Man United offer him a lower wages based on the goalkeeper going out for African Cup of Nation, man like Onana. So you know, I'm not thinking that really. The guy just left. You know, he got done dirty. He wouldn't be coming back. You know, let him just focus on playing football somewhere in Saudi, if not the States and all that kind of stuff. Because him coming back doesn't make no sense, Flawless, you know. This thing is Zlatan Ibrahimovic. We pretend that we release him, and then in the summer we re-sign him, saying we was only joking.
We did that. Justice said yes. Ten Hag has talked about the wage bill, and FFP is changing more of a salary cap. All right, source Justice, because this is news to me. I have not seen this anywhere. So, because someone can actually drop a source, let me know when Ten Hag spoke about the wage bill and FFP. Like we don't bypass. When has FFP ever been a problem for a top club?
Yeah, but you know what's so funny, Flawless? That I think just before the summer, didn't we not get fined by FFP a small amount of Ks just because we breached it? And now we are a financially restricted club at this current moment. You know, we was looking to sell in order to buy.
But we were financially restricted. But the thing is, we were
That's my new word for calling Man United broke. You know, financially restricted.
But we was financially restricted before FFP.
Yes, I know.
Like, look, people forget about Mourinho. Was it his second season or his third season when we signed Fred and Lee Grant? I think it was his third season. Yeah, Warrior J. I haven't seen this. When did Justice? If you can send that over to me, send that over or drop it in the chat, because I didn't see no interview of Ten Hag talking about the wage bill. When did this happen? If I'm wrong, then I'm wrong. But I did not see this, and no one mentioned this. And I've seen no content creators. I've seen no mainstream media. I've seen nowhere on social media of him discussing this. And he says a lot. So I think that would have been tough. But if I'm wrong, like I said, send me over the link, please. Big up to Richo as well. Sheik, I see you in the chat. But yeah, like I said, this whole thing of reducing the wage bill and him forcing people out is nonsense. Yeah, bless Justice. I'll check it in a sec. Send it through. Yes, and the True Blue says run up the likes as well. But yeah, just back to it. I don't think it's a wage bill thing. Players are not good enough. That's what it is. Players are not good enough. The only one I would say, RAPHAEL VARANE, that's the only one I look at and go, funny, there's no other player I look at and go, oh, he's being treated such a way because of his wage bill. I mean, because of the wages he's on. No. Sancho's not good enough for where we're trying to go to. He don't fit what we're trying to do. But yeah, go on.
And Flawless, you just have to add to the professionalism of RAPHAEL VARANE. You said it there. There was times when he was at Real Madrid, he never complained. He just got his head down, competed. And Manchester United, he's not saying anything. You know, he understands the situation. Players are playing ahead of him. He just come back from his injury, and he knows that he needs to get back into match fitness and just sort himself out. And he's not complaining. You know, we've not read anything coming from Varane's cap. If we're just hearing rumors again, because why it's Manchester United, everyone wants to just disturb the peace, the harmony, and all that kind of stuff. And this time, this guy's just sleeping and wake up saying, "I didn't know I had beef with Ten Hag." When did that happen? You know, that's what he's reading probably. You know, when he wakes up every morning, he doesn't know that he had beef with Ten Hag. But again, the media just never want us to rest, Flawless. You know, never want us to be in good mood at the camp. You know, just distract the disharmony and the peace of Manchester United. And that's what's been going on throughout the whole international break.
Yeah, facts. Facts. And I was just seeing, and just as I just seen what you sent me, you smarter than that, man. It's the Daily Mail. Come on, man. Come on. This is why I always ask for sources. For those that don't know, because I know obviously we international here. Daily Mail's a local news, well, not locals, but national newspaper over here in England. Is there a reliable source? No. It's not. Let me just clarify that. Do not pay attention to the Daily Mail people. Same way the Sun, the Mirror, Manchester Evening News to an extent. No, this is why I always ask. Big up to Sheik, Warrior J. They'll know this because they regulars here. Those two in particular always drop the source. This is what I'm talking about, people. I even read the full thing. I seen Daily Mail. I'm like, come on, man. But if that is the case, I hope it is true to an extent in regards to limiting players' wages, because that is one thing I do think Manchester, like, we do offer stupid wages to players who are not worth it. Like I've said this, like it makes no type of sense whatsoever. But yeah, we'll see what go on. We'll see. But Dan, your thoughts on it? We'll switch lanes from RAPHAEL VARANE to the ownership. I'm saying Jim Ratcliffe, 25%. Talks are who left? Richard Arnold's left. Talks are saying John Murtough could be leaving as well. We could be getting a director of football in. a CEO, that Jean-Claude Blanc, who worked at PSG and worked at Juventus, I believe, as well. But yeah, your thoughts?
Bruv, my thoughts haven't changed since however freaking long, bruv. We're still where we was like what a year ago. Like what? Like what more can you say on this, bruv? Back and forth, you're hearing the media spins and all that. And what we must know and should have learnt by now is that you can't believe shit that you see in the media and that. Like, take everything with a pinch of salt, innit? One day it's so and so, Jim Ratcliffe, this, that, director, new, what's his name, Paul Mitchell, director of football, this one, that one, and then next thing, it could just be something completely different. Like, and I still got hopes for the Qatari coming back in. Like,
oh really? Talk about it.
Because at the end of the day,
go on.
Man shaking his head, but like I said, at this point,
on this, I'm with you on this. Go on.
No, but at this point, come on, ain't we learned by now that shit can just flip at a switch of a light, bro. When you're dealing with big billions, bro, Manchester United, yeah, these man have clearly been in negotiations for this long, yeah. Like, reading between the lines, I'm sure, like, you know, the Qatari bid is still on the table, type thing. You know what I'm saying? They just have to come back and just be like, all right, cool, we hear you now. Let's go back to, it's all back and forth, but behind the scenes, no one knows what's going on. You know what I'm saying? No one really knows.
I hope you're right. I'm saying I don't believe it, but I hope you're right. Yeah, we hope you're right.
I don't want to burst your bubble, but you know, Richard Arnold left for a reason, you know. Let's just say that, you know.
No, I hear that.
If you want to hope for Qatar, Richard Arnold left for a reason.
Technically,
he stepped down.
He still wait. Yeah, Richard Arnold's left. John Myrtle's wait.
Who is How you know
the CEO?
Jassim's doing, bruv?
I don't know. I'm just saying that, you know, we don't know, but someone has left, so there is a reason why.
But I'm saying he could have left because clearly he knows the club's being sold, but they still clearly haven't made a decision on who they're selling to. Like, it's not 100% clear cut, is it? So with that in mind, there's still a chance, bruv. I'm hanging on, bruv.
I'm
hanging on. Because if it don't happen, bruv, if Qatar don't buy this club, we're finished, bro. I'm not here for this 25% shit. Full ownership or nothing. Glazers out, full ownership. People need to keep their foot on the pedal. Why are we still not screaming this, bruv? Full ownership only. I saw my man on fucking, what's his name? My guy that looks like freaking the TalkSport Don with the glasses, the one who's always amping up to everyone. That guy, yeah. No, he was speaking facts though, where it's like, oh, Man United fans just care about the club being sold.
Oh, you talk about Simon Jordan.
Simon Jordan. But it's not just that. We want the full owner. We want them fully gone, bruv.
Carry on.
You know what I'm saying?
You gotta carry on. Hold it down.
Nah, seriously though, yeah. Like, we need to be on some riot shit, bruv. We should have been on that shit and not accept and not tolerate nonsense. 25% stake or whatever. What? What's that about? I don't care. We don't want no percentage, bruv, of the Glazers still there, bruv. I don't understand this. Can someone like enlighten me on, like, what are you, man, happy with that? Jim Ratcliffe coming in, bruv. And bearing in mind that he's a failed guy. He's failed, bro. Like, what has he actually done as an owner of anything? I heard the other day he's owned bare types of like organizations, sports organizations and that. And this guy ain't done shit with none of them. We even seen it with what's his name? Where's he at? Who's he owning at the moment? Nice or whatever. What's he done with them, bro?
They're currently sitting in a good position in Ligue 1. So after many years, bro,
I'm not being funny though, but it's like, I don't know, bro. Like, I don't know, innit? I don't know, but I want a full sale. Otherwise, it's what's the point? What's the point?
No, I completely hear you, Danny. I completely hear you, and every Manchester United fans was hoping for full sale. But as for me, regarding this whole situation, you know, I've had my sleepless nights. The moment Fabrizio Romano tweeted that Sheikh Jassim, you know, has pulled out of the race and all that kind of stuff, and then the next following hours, Sir Jim Ratcliffe as well has Manchester United are looking to consider his offer. And I woke up early in the morning and I accepted it, you know, because at the end of the day, as Manchester United fans, we've been submissive fans at times. There's been times where we've right. But we are submissive at the moment because beggars can't be choosers at the moment, you know. We're walking around begging on the streets outside the train station. Someone's gave us 50p, we're frowning in our face, 50 cents for those who don't understand, when we're expecting $1 or £1. We're not going to get that at the moment, you know, Danny. Like, it is what it is right now. Sir Richard Ratcliffe is coming in. Mr. Rat himself is coming in to spray his cheese around Old Trafford and bring all these minions, fellow rats with him. It is what it is. And it's depressing as a Manchester United fan, you know, that the devils themselves, the leeches, the razors will be there. And whether they've negotiated in contract, and I hope it's in contract, Danny, that he will buy them out in full sale within a certain amount of years. I hope it's in bind. I hope it's in blood as well, signed. Because
why have you accepted that he's coming? Just remember, we're going to buy this British media, bro.
But the British, look, we're not far from the completion, though. What we saying,
Says
because
who?
we're not hearing anything from.
Says who?
The Qataris. We're not hearing nothing from the Qataris, Danny. Like, the news are solid, straight, directed at one man. What are you gonna do? The day it happens, it will happen.
I'm just saying, until the shirt is held up, bro.
Until the fat lady sings.
Remember when we all thought it was 99% Qatar, and then it just flipped, bro. Shit can happen when you're doing all these negotiations like this. Anything can happen, bro. I'm not losing hope yet, bro. I'll lose hope when it's officially said and done.
AKA frozen. Let it go, fam.
No, I ain't letting it go. Are you mad? This hinges.
Are you mad?
This pivotal moment in time, this all hinges on everything. I have to remain hopeful until we fully 100% have certainty as to what's going on.
All right. I have that 1% in my blood and I'm hoping that it can flip anytime. But as days goes closer and it gets nearer and nearer to, you know,
how do we know nearer to what? We don't even know what the end date is.
So solid, you know.
What do you mean nearer to what? No, bro. Who made up the deadline?
Every outlet. Every credible outlet, even your guy Fabrizio, the transfer guru himself.
Fabrizio,
you know,
what's the deadline?
He's soon about to say, "Here we go." It's in the draft section.
You said
he's about to say,
and closer. Yeah. What are we getting closer to? No one has even brought up a deadline, bro.
ManDem are getting sacked. ManDem are sitting in the office,
to say, like,
wondering.
3 weeks ago, Jim Ratcliffe should have been in already, owning the club. But what's happened? Nothing.
I hear that.
You know what? That makes a valid point in regards to all this news about him doing people leaving and bringing people in, and he's still not taking it over. Like Dan said, maybe it's all bollocks.
Listen, it's gonna take time because
big shake come in, bro. Dancing Arab money, blood. It's not over.
We're not going to be going halab hilikhan lilihaya. We're not going to be seeing Arab money. We're getting Arab money. We're not getting Arab money.
People, it's not fucking over.
We're not getting Arab money.
Because the future of Man United hinges on this, so we have no choice but to have hope. Big Shake will still come in with the Ollie fucking Champions League last second winner, bro. You know what I'm saying? We have to, because if we don't, we're finished regardless.
Yeah, and I've accepted that we're finished. That's what I'm at. I've accepted that we're done. Already.
I haven't accepted until Jim Ratcliffe comes in, then I'll get to that stage where I've accepted it. But he hasn't. Nothing's happened yet. He was meant to take ownership 2 weeks ago, or whatever. He still ain't it.
Yeah. Even without that, I'd already accepted it. From when the bid was like rejected and nothing has happened, I already accepted it.
Yeah, I accepted it. No, I done my tossing and turning during the nights on my bed, waking up randomly in the night saying, "Raw, really? Like Qatari's not buying this club," and then try and go back to sleep. I've done that. That's why I've accepted it. I'm submissive about the situation. Do you know, as I said, beggars can't be choosers. You know, it's better than nothing. You know, it's either Jim Ratcliffe or just Glazers only. And we don't want just Glazers only. We want someone to just say, you know what? Let me try my thing. You know, let me step in. Let me try my thing, even if it's just 25%. And I take sporting control. At least we know that the person that's taking control has a bit of interest in terms of where the club wants to go successfully, as he was known. I don't know if he still is a Manchester United fan, because he was interested in buying Chelsea and he was a season ticket holder, you know. And I understand he probably lives in London, but you're a billionaire. You can go to Manchester, Old Trafford any day of the week, fly there, private jet. So there's no excuses if it's a location situation. You know, you can get the Virgin train 2 hours. You got that money. You get me? So yeah, At least it's someone that actually cares about the club, you know, and wants to see the best. And yes, he's had investments in other areas, and some areas he's been successful. And when it comes to the footballing aspect, he's been a bit, you know, delaying in terms of reaching. Well, for example, when he had Team Sky, they won some couple of trophies for Tour de France, and then they capitulated as well. He's got, I think he's got ownership in Formula One as well. He's got ownership in tennis, and then he's got the people that are with him as well. He's the team as well. What's good, Mr. Blanc, you know, Jean-Claude Blanc, you know, as well. He's been successful in the things that he's done, and he's been linked to us, you know. This guy's been involved in the Winter Olympics for France, you know, organizing it. The magazine L'Equipe Français, the magazine as well. He helps create that company as well. You get me? So he's got experience in major areas of footballing aspect in terms of a CEO, economic, finance as well. Taking charge of Juventus when they went down into Serie B, helping them be the first Italian club to get their own stadium as well, and what's it called, help commercialize them and, you know, produce proper profit from the stadium revenue instead of sharing it with the council. And then when you look at PSG, when he went there, that's when he made him a fashion icon as well, with the signing of Jordan as becoming one of their main sponsors. So he can do the same thing. And you look at Manchester United right now, we need a CEO to help fund, rebuild the stadium and infrastructure of the club. With his great ideas and his great experience, he can help as well. So the team is strong. It's just about who is he going to employ. And right now we're linked with great people and fantastic people that's been there. We're not linked with the, you know, jobs for the boys. It's not Richard Arnold. It's not a promotion from inside where you got someone like fucking Darren Fletcher, who was a coach or sideman and then becomes technical director, who has no experience. Everyone's learning. Everyone's got an L plate at an elite club on their forehead, like learning every day, probation, like 10 years. I don't know, man. But like I said, it's a bit of positivity, you know. I take a little bit of positivity in this situation. The only thing that hurts is not 100% so, and it's not the Qataris. And again, I don't back him, but hey, if he comes in, what do we have to do? We have to be submissive and say, well, he's here now. What can we do? This is our club. We support Manchester United.
You said it there, I've already a little bit of hope. I've already accepted that we're screwed. Let me just clarify that, because I see people in the comment section talking about, oh, well, you know what I'm saying? You have to accept this. I've already been, I know some people are new here, which is great. I've already fully accepted that. As soon as that Sheikh Jassim deal fell through, I said it's a wrap. Short-term, medium-term, long-term future. I'm fully aware. I'm not like Nero. I'm not like Dan, who says here, like Nero, who says it says, I'm still with Danny. I can't lie, still in denial. I'm way past denial.
Bro,
I'm at the fifth stage of
even an in denial thing, bro. Like,
yes,
we're going by what the British media is talking about, bro. I do not have 100% faith in this British media. You man are talking as if this shit is already done. It's not done yet.
But hear what I'm saying. I'm not talking about Jim Ratcliffe going. I'm not talking about Jim Ratcliffe taking over. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking solely about the Sheikh Jassim situation. That's what I'm talking about. That's over with. That's what it is. Whether it's Jim Ratcliffe, whether it's the Glazers, whether it's a mix of the two, it's done. It's a wrap, man. Show's over.
It's over, man.
It's done, man. He's not taking, like, what man gonna do? Come back with what, 10 bill? Like, it's a wrap, man.
I ain't gonna lie, yeah. Like, did we get official quotes from Sheikh Jassim saying I've pulled out from him?
Have we got official quotes from Sir Jim Ratcliffe saying that my bid and I'm buying? We've heard nothing from both bidders. And you're not going to hear it.
So we're talking.
You're not going to hear it. You're just going to hear it from the team.
No. The reason why I'm saying that is because reliable sources have said it, i.e., Fabrizio Romano and Ornstein. People who let's flip it. Let's flip the script right now. As we're doing this show, if Fabrizio Romano and Ornstein now put out tweets saying Sheikh Jassim back in, deals accepted, what would the conversation be? He's taking over. We'd believe him. If Fabrizio Romano and Ornstein right now, 17-14, you know what I'm saying? 1700, 17. We believe
anything they say. I'm not taking it as 100%.
Not 100%, but you're taking it. You're exactly. So you're taking it, what, 99.9%, 90%,
maybe a bit lower than that.
90%.
Because the thing is, at the end of the day,
done.
Them man are not super. They don't know everything, bro.
No, they don't know everything, but they are the most reliable. They are the people we tend to believe. So what's the percentage? If Ornstein and Fabrizio right now, 5:15 p.m. UK time, 21st of November 2023, said Sheikh Jassim's back in, the deal's been accepted, next week is expected to be announced. We are taking that and believing that. Of course we are. So we have to believe it on the flip side when they say Sheikh Jassim, like, are they 110% right, 100% right all of the time? No, but it's a high percentage. It's not like this is the Daily Mail or the Mirror or the Star
Sun
or the Manchester Evening News or the Sun or some ITK with 200 followers on Twitter. Like, no. That's not what it is. Like, these are respectable, reliable people who more often than not get it right. Like, honestly, and Fabrizio don't get everything right, but what I'm saying is they get most things right. So that's why I think it's done. Why, with them tweeting out, well, not even tweeting out, them stating what they said about Sheikh Jassim and the whole deal and what it, because we've not heard anything from Sheikh Jassim in general anyway. I think there was the one statement right at the start, and that was it.
We can't even get the right picture of him. Nobody knows what he really looks like. How many pictures have we seen Sheikh Jassim? And there's one.
Yeah, there's a handful of pictures.
So you know what I mean.
It's a handful of pictures.
All I'm saying is it's not done until it's done. Like, it don't matter the chances, the probability. It is what it is. It's not done yet. So there's always an opening for something. Like, you just never know, especially when it comes to this type of shit. You just never know. We've experienced this many times in the past where we thought this was really going to happen and then something completely the opposite happened. So what I'm saying is, it's not out of the realms, in it, bruv. And man has to keep that hope for the last time for this one thing, bruv.
Yeah, man, that's what it is. Hope. It'll be the hope that kills you. You know what I'm saying?
It won't kill me.
You know what I'm saying? Now, when I say it's the hope that will kill you, not like not literally. I'm talking about from a footballing perspective. I already accepted that. Where is Jim Ratcliffe? Even if the Jim Ratcliffe deal fell through, from when the Sheikh Jassim deal fell through, I said it's a wrap. I said I'm not too fussed. I don't believe even all the stuff that's going on now.
As well.
Yeah, go on.
But then as time passes and you hear other little things and then certain shit has not happened yet, then you're like, hold on. Wait, let's think about it. We're dealing with big money here, big negotiations that go on for time. You know, things always chopping and changing. This is not a normal type of deal that we're dealing with. And we saw so many signs of certain things on both sides. So it's like, we never truly know, bruv, until it's officially done, bruv. With any kind of negotiation in life, like, anything can happen last minute, bruv.
I respect the belief, fam. You know what I'm saying? I don't think Sheikh Jassim is it, but I respect the belief. I do respect it. And like I said, I genuinely hope you're right. Yeah, go on, boy.
And you know, well, probably the reason why, because Dan asked it, how come it hasn't been announced yet? I'm there thinking, I swear they need to do like that assessment, that fitness for purpose in terms of ownership test with the new owners, and we haven't even announced whether we've accepted the deal. Until we announce that, then I'm sure he needs to get assessed. So it's going to take some time, innit? That's why nothing's being announced now, because it will take some time. You know, I don't even think they discussed yet. Okay, how's the money coming in yet? Like, how are you going to do that? You know, are you giving half of the money right now and then the rest in January? You're giving us the rest. You know what? We need to figure it out. So I reckon the lawyers, and then big money like that, I reckon the lawyers are still thrashing out the contracts and everything, and that will take time. That will take time. We'll be lucky if they're in by December, and God knows, I know Manchester United. They take their sweet ass time. They're the king of foreplay until you get bored. And
for all we know, Qatar slapped a hefty bid on the table, and the Glazers are trying to suck as much money as possible. So would it not be out of the possibilities that Glazers are pushing certain things in the media, making it seem like Ratcliffe is is winning this shit? You know, and then last second they could be like, all right, we squeeze as much as possible. Let's just accept the Qatari thing. Because really, if you're owner, if you're the Glazers, like, bro, like the amount of money we're talking about, like, why are you not doing the full sale, bro?
Because they want even more money, because that's how they're looking at it. In regards to like the super, for example, the reports of the Super League coming back, and that their Champions League being expanded, the club World Cup, because it's being expanded, you don't have to win the Champions League to then get into it. I'm not sure exactly how it works. So that's how they look at it. And also on top of that, we know these men are crooks. We know they're fucking crooks. So therefore, in that instance, we know they don't do they don't do what's in the best interest of the club. How can you not accept 8 billion, 9 billion? Because they're crooks. That's why. Why are we expecting the Glazers to move?
That's crazy, man.
To move properly. And when I say properly, in the sense of like, do the most logical, sensible thing, which for them isn't that. They all about the bread. So they might look at it and say, all right, we can get this 8 bill now, or we can get 10 billion over a longer period of time. Or we can get X amount with Jim Ratcliffe investing some money. We do less work, because the reports are they're taking the commercial side and Jim Ratcliffe and Ineos said the footballing side. Bear in mind, people, let me just clarify. Do I think this makes any difference? No. I'm I'm waiting to see. Like all this talk about like Arnold leaving, Murto leaving, a CEO, a DOF, etc. I will believe it all when I see it because I don't trust the Glazers and I don't even trust Ratcliffe. Not gonna lie, I don't trust anybody involved. I don't trust Ratcliffe in the slightest because if you're a Manchester United fan, Dan said it, full sale only. Why are you getting into negotiations with the Glazers? Why are you willing to work alongside them considering what they did? People will say, oh, well, he's going to get 25% now and try to get 25% later and da-da-da. If you truly care about United, that's not the way to go about it. That's why I don't believe it. You in it for yourself. Now, I could be wrong.
100% flawless because these are the same guys that came on TV 4K that was subliminally saying that the Glazers, the way of running Manchester United is wrong, and the fans know what's right. You know, Glazers need to leave, but next thing you know, you want to work with the guy alongside. So you can't believe every person that says these things about their love for United and know what's right for them because they're lying at the end of the day. You know, Ratcliffe lied to us. His associate lied to us. The only person that hasn't really lied to us is Sheikh Jassim. You know, he's a true fan. He's told us what he wanted to do from day one. But it's the owners that don't want to sell, man. And again, you know, this is why I'm laughing at Sir Jim Ratcliffe if everything goes sour in the near future when they say, okay, you know what, since you've come in, we've been successful, but we value Manchester United even more than what you was initially going to offer in terms of full control and full ownership sale. You know, they might just say, you know what, we want, I know you've invested 2 billion or 1.75 billion, whatever the pricing, but we want 11 billion if you want the whole club, you know. And then you put yourself in that situation. That's what I say. I don't trust the devil, you know. The devil's always got something up his sleeves, man.
I believe it when I see it. Like that's where I'm at with it. Like in regards, it all sounds great. And then how much, and let's say Jim Ratcliffe, let's say I'm wrong, and he actually has the best interest of the club at heart, and he brings in footballing people, and he brings in people who actually have a resume and have done things at top clubs. How much power do these people have? What is with this 25%? Because it says, oh, the Glazers are going to leave the football inside to them. Say, for instance, they landed, they're like, right, we want to get rid of Ten Hag. And the Glazers, do the Glazers have the power to stop that?
Well, that's they control footballing operation, and the footballing operation, the sporting operation of that is the manager. You know?
Yeah, that's my point. But that's on Ineos and Ratcliffe in this instance. But the point I'm making is, do the Glazers have the power to stop that? I don't believe it. Call me like, you know what I'm saying, I'm very skeptical. I don't believe they are giving them full or 100% control of the football inside. I don't believe it. Why would they do that? It makes no sense. It goes against everything they've done since they've been here. They've never, ever cared about the football inside the entire time they've been here. Even when Manchester United have been successful, even when we've three-peated Premier Leagues, even when we've won Premier Leagues, even when we've won the Champions League, even when we've won FA Cups. So why all of a sudden now would they give the football inside, which is then going to cost them more money?
My only response is to shift the blame and narrative to not them say, oh, it's not us that's fucking you up now. You know, it's Sir Jim Ratcliffe. He's in charge of it. So the fans, you can blame him. That's my only
but that boat's done sailed, man. Like, we blame them regardless. That boat's done sailed. They don't care about that.
We blame them regardless when it was just them.
They don't care about their public image, though. They don't care about their public image in regards to the fans. Because if they did, look up, they've got 50. How long they've been here since 05, whatever the case may be. They've been here 15 plus years. They do not care what the fans think of them. Otherwise, they would have left already. What are we talking about? Like, they don't care about their public perception from Manchester United fans. They know how much they are disliked. That is apparent. There's how many protests have been since they've been here. Even when we've been successful, that's why people get mistaken. Even when Manchester United have been successful, green and gold has been a thing. Go check it. We was three-peating, winning Champions Leagues, protesting the owners. How are you the best team in the league, the best team in Europe, and still protesting your owners? Go check the green and gold scarves. They were there in the crowd. You know how I know? I say this all the time because I was there. In 08, I went to a couple of the games. Had my scarf myself. What are we talking about? So, like, we've been successful and disliked you lot. So now we're unsuccessful. Of course, we're going to dislike you lot more. But people like to run the narrative, oh, just get the green and gold scarves out. Like, no, that's been a thing from when Sir Alex Ferguson was here. We haven't liked these, man. There's that famous game when we played AC Milan and Beckham was walking off the Old Trafford pitch and picked up the scarf. There's pictures of you. All you have to do is Google that. I don't pick up. How long's Beckham not been playing for? And that was back then. Like, so that's how I don't believe these people, but we'll see. You know what I'm saying? We'll see with them. And big up to Warrior J. Radcliffe had hoped to complete a deal for Manchester United by now, but there are no guarantees it will be wrapped up before Thanksgiving on Thursday. And some close to the protest fear it could be next week. That is before an announcement is forthcoming. That's from at Telegraph Ducker. This don't surprise me either, because it was supposed to be Tuesday. It's supposed to be today. Then it was supposed to be Monday. It was supposed to be yesterday. Then last week it was supposed to have happened.
You know,
that's where I'm with Dan on this.
You can even
I'm very skeptical.
Add to it. You remember a couple of months ago, it was meant to be October. Do you remember that time?
That's what it is. That's why I never get gassed about these things, because it's like all these movements sound good, but you are not in charge. I've said it before. That's like me. You know what I'm saying? England, we're gonna go to war with Scotland. You know what I'm saying? What? I don't have the power to say that. I have no impact. I have no influence on that. Same way he has no influence on these things as of yet, because you are not in a position of power to do so. Now, I could be wrong. Maybe he takes over. But that goes to show a lot of people were just talking, whether it's Sheikh Jassim or Jim Ratcliffe. I said it before. I say it again. When this was going forward, when this was going on, people like, see, I told you Jim Ratcliffe was going to take over. No, you didn't, because you said 100%. You weren't talking about 25%. Nobody mentioned that. Nobody, like I said, no content creators, no mainstream media, nobody on social media. The conversation wasn't about him taking 25%. This is a recent thing. But again, people be talking about, rather than just say, I don't know, people just be out here tweeting. People be just out here writing articles, talking a whole load of waffle. That's what it is. It's okay to say you don't know. That's legit what it is. But a lot of people don't want to. That's why I said the entire time this was going on, we check, oh, why are you not getting gassed? We're getting Qatar. Says who? Says who? That's where I'm with Dan on that. Says who? This is why I always ask source. Who said that? Who reliable said that? And we watch someone like Rio Ferdinand, who is close to the situation, has people close to the situation, get things wrong. So if Rio Ferdinand can, who actually has people in these rooms that he knows, how does someone on Twitter with 100 followers know? Explain. But people just gonna run with whatever they want to run with. It's why you not gas? We defo getting Qatar. All them writers. People need to look at them journalists.
That's exactly why it's still not done yet.
That's why Danny's hopeful.
Nah,
with the Jim Ratcliffe, I hear
said, Flawless had the as Flawless says, Ferdinand had so-called inside sources and that, about the Qatari side. But now everyone's gassed about the Fabrizio Romano tweeting about the Jim Ratcliffe side. But who's a closer source? Like, maybe they're the same level. Maybe they're. So I'm just like, shit's not over until it's over, man. Can't lie. Also,
like I say, I don't think there's any guarantee Jim Ratcliffe takes over. I do say that. I don't think that's necessarily done, but whether it's him or whether it's not,
hints and that as well, wasn't it?
Yeah, he mentioned the Qatar.
Yeah, I know. Beckham said it as well. But you know what? I just want this to be over before the transfer window reopens. You know, to be honest with you, I've like I said before, I've accepted what's going to happen, who's coming in. I just want it to be now. Why? Just sort it out, man. Because who else? Who else?
Because at the end of the day, this is the biggest decision in this club's history right now.
Yes,
so we cannot accept. We cannot accept nothing less than what we want and need, bruv. Yeah, which is full ownership. So fans need to be going mad right now, bro. Okay, so that they have, they have to sell.
Every single fan. Manchester United have the biggest ownership, in world football, Every man put £1 in, and then we'll see, and then rally up the money and go and buy the club, bruv.
No, but
at the end of the day,
then the problem is
that's the case that we want.
But who's then the person in position of power if we all put £1 in?
You're gonna have to vote the person who's going to take lead in it, however they do these kind of consortium, however they do it. Pick a president.
If you're a music artist, it's like, who do they have to rely on, bruv? The supporters, the fans. I'm saying, just like anything, bro. If everyone was serious and was on the same page, we would have a full sale next week.
Yeah, but let's not pretend that Manchester United fans haven't tried to sabotage. Certain men were in Old Trafford scoring goals as a fan, So like, do you get me? Like,
remember when they talked about the Super League thing? When they had the Super League thing, how quick the tables turned when everyone was flipping, burning the stadium, doing all madness in the stadium and that. That's what needs to be doing with this situation as well. We haven't actually done enough, I don't feel like, to be honest with you, in terms of applying pressure at every single game and getting games cancelled.
Just suggest that because we've protested, we've rioted, We've done all sorts of stuff. We haven't rioted. I mean, well, we've protested
need to riot.
outside.
We need to riot.
We've broken into Old Trafford. We've stopped a match from happening and being rearranged. You know, we've done a lot of things. Manchester United fans has been.
Unfortunately, I know that's not realistic, and not everyone is going to be serious, but
Mhm.
it is what it is, isn't it?
The only thing I can
That's what we
suggest
need
is
to
a
do.
madness, and the madness
Yeah, it
is
needs to be a madness.
take the beef to the States where they can hear you even more, because here they can't hear you. They're
Brother, don't turn up. No one come to games, bruv.
Absolutely,
I know it's not that simple, but it can be that simple.
But let's be real.
Everyone has
There
a
are
choice,
Manchester
bruv.
United fans' dreams of going to Old Trafford, and they don't want to squash one of those bucket list dreams.
Alright, cool,
and I
innit?
don't
But then
see people not turning. The locals and those who are probably in the UK might not turn up to the matches, but the international fans, they want to come, so they might turn up.
Man.
So
That's how
it's
messed
about
up it is.
speaking to the international fans and tell them, you know what, guys, just don't come. And the international fans would mostly make the numbers at Old Trafford.
That's how brain warped they've made. They built up such a big fan base that it don't even matter, man.
It
Like,
doesn't
they
matter
can
to
do
fan base because
anything.
people go there to tick bucket
Hypnosis,
lists.
bruv. They've got
You know,
fans under mass hypnosis. That's what it is, bruv.
That's a successive level that they've reached with Manchester United, you know. That's why they're
Amazing.
still going to be here. That's why Flawless said earlier on, you know, well, that's one of the reasons why they don't want to let go of this club, because they know that this club equals money, you know. This is the same club that our noisy neighbors won the treble. The following day, they forgot to speak about the treble and started speaking about the ownership of Manchester United. And that's how irrelevant that club is as well. But that's how big Manchester United is, you know, that overshadows everything. Everything that's going on in world football and world sport, you know, we always make the headlines, and the headlines could last for 24 hours or 3 days, 4 days. I remember when Ferguson retired, that news was yellow tape for a good couple of days.
Yeah, and sorry, I just wanted to get to something quick because this is just random. Sorry. Hold on, let me just get to this. This is
Australian Gooner.
This means I'm growing. That people think that, you know what I'm saying, me has an impact on stuff. Like, you might overestimate my impact. You know what I'm saying? But I love it. It's great. So big up to Australian Gooner. Big up my Australians, because there was, you know what, we growing in that territory. So shout out all the Australians, real ones. Chelsea are hyped by flawless France and League Gunner for special purposes of needing certain fan bases. It'll be another 10 years for when Chelsea win the league again. Why so shout? One, you know what I'm saying? Please don't mention rants or League Gunner and people that are not here to defend themselves. Salute to both my dons. They're both my guys, like 110%. Why would so let's get to this, because clearly you want the attention. Why would I need the Chelsea fan base? Please elaborate. Why would I need
understand this comment?
I don't understand, but that's why I think it's just attention. Because a lot of people just want attention. Not a lot of people, but some people, it's always the new people here, who rather than just watch the show and ask questions, have main character syndrome and just want attention rather than ask questions. Hey man, you know what it is? They would blame me for world hunger. You know what I'm saying? Again, that makes no sense. Why would I need the Chelsea fan base? Like,
I don't know.
You're a narcissist.
Why
I didn't know you was a Chelsea fan.
It makes no sense.
I know you're wearing blue today, but I didn't know you were
blue happens to be my favorite color. Let me not say that too loud though. They might think I'm a City or
Hey,
Chelsea fan.
you're like me. Blue is my favorite color.
Yeah, like, it's what it is. Yeah, like, no, I'm not a Crip. But yes, I like my favorite rappers are Crips. It's crazy. But yes, yeah, man, you say it Flawless 316 getting blamed. How am I getting hyped up? Like, what are we talking about here? Why would
don't do that? Let's not do that.
But I'd just be saying anything. Sorry, I just had to get to that. People really just be saying anything in the chat. For real. But big up to you, Australian Gooner, anyway, in it. But yeah,
he's responding to Travis.
What are we talking about? So you said here, you said I hyped by flawless for special purposes of needing, like, what do you mean? How is that seeking attention? I said needing certain fan bases and not Chelsea. Of needing, I hyped. That's what you said, Chelsea. I hyped by flawless France and League Gunner. Or did I misread it? What are we talking about?
Anyway,
see, look, Timo saying this. What are we talking about? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, big up Timo. Yeah, it's always flawed. People blame me for everything. What are we talking? Because even the first comment made no sense. But back to what we were talking about anyway. Where was we at? That's it. In regards to fans, you know what the problem is, Dan? There's not one fan that we all listen to. That's the issue.
Listen to yourself, guys.
No.
Listen to yourself.
You're talking about the fan base and us being able to get the Glazers out if we all came together and we united, no pun intended, as one unit. That is true. but there's not one person we all listen to as a fan base. There's two. Our fan base, one is too big, and two, there's too much. What's the word
what I'm
looking
saying
for?
is everyone needs to look at the situation and just be real and listen to their self and just be like, I am not investing in this club any longer. I'm not turning up to games. I'm not buying anything. I'm not feeding them. I'm gonna not back the sponsors. I'm gonna cancel the sponsors, everything. I'm gonna go mad. And everyone would do that if they were real with themselves. But because people out here are not real with themselves, they're gonna be like, but you know what? I'm a bit too comfortable at this point, you know. Don't want to upset my kids. We all need to go to the game still. We all need to, you know, X, Y, Z. And it's like, all right, suffer for another 50 years.
Yeah, because there isn't one. Because we all, even though we all want the Glazers out, we all have different ways of going about it. Every people have different ideas. But
when your way is not working, then what?
Yeah, but you're asking people to. But again, I hear
the
you.
Whole roof down.
I'm with you. Like when everyone's ready to like come together and be one, then I'm with it. But we seen it. We had the protest. Shout out to Saeed. He set up one of the protests, and then there was a couple more after that. And then we signed. I think we signed Ronaldo in the January. Not Ronaldo. Who did we sign? It might have been Bruno. We signed
Bruno. We signed
Bruno in January. We signed. We signed Bruno, I believe, in January, and then the fan base shut up. Like the protest, there's no what's the word I'm looking for?
Consistent.
There's no consistency. There's no, it has to, if you're protesting, it can't be right. We're going to protest for the month of November, and then December and January we're taking off, and then we'll see you in February. It has to be remain consistent. It can't be, if we're really about it, it's protest every week. We're shutting down games every match day. Every Old Trafford match, guaranteed. If we like the same way we shut it down at Liverpool, because I was there. I'm saying at the protest, I wasn't on the pitch though. Let me just clarify that. It's not on the pitch. If we did that for who's our next home game? I'm trying to think. It's Everton away, Galatasaray. I think it might be Bournemouth. So we did that for the Bournemouth game. Then we did that for the Chelsea game. Then we did that for the game after and the game after.
That many games, bro.
If we continue to do, because we can, if we continue, never mind just Manchester United, Liverpool, if we continue to shut down every home game, guess what? These people would sell, because you know why? It hits their pockets.
You know, that stand up if you hate the Glazers chant don't go nowhere at the moment. It's not doing anything, you know. And you're right, yeah. If we boycott every single game, but are they gonna do that? You know, you said it. Who would be the president?
Because people ain't about it like people are not about it like that. That's why.
Not everyone's got the heart. Not everyone's got the heart to do it. You know, a lot of men talk, but they're sometimes half-hearted, and you find that out in a lot of things in every walk of life. You know, for those who's been involved with a lot of dodgy things, you'll realize that there's certain men that were born for it, and there's certain men that will just say it half-heartedly, and probably just pussy out when it comes to it.
And I get it. It's humans, innit? Like I understand, but don't make it right. If you want the results that you really want, then be about it.
Yeah, and it's funny. We live in the UK, and we're probably known for one to be the worst people to complain about things, you know. And still, when it comes to a football club, we're not doing what Americans will do.
Exactly, and you know in other countries how it goes down, innit?
Yeah, it goes down, especially in Africa. All I'm saying is that the Glazers or Richard Arnold wouldn't be allowed to turn up to the games. I'm just saying that this was Africa, if it's back home, you know. Certain CEOs get rushed until they reach their car. I'm just being honest. That's the truth in Africa. We'll drag you on the streets, you know, tear your clothes off, and then put you there to shame you, you know, and then tell you to leave. Ultras, you've seen it in Russia, Moscow, Ukraine, you know. When they don't want a certain manager, the ultras will come into the press conference and tell that manager you need to leave. And the CEO looks at you like, yo, bro, you heard what they said, you know. I know I hired you, but you're fired today because the ultras are not having it. Like I've seen clips like that. So it's just our fan base. We're just too soft. We are soft.
Just have to hope for the best, man.
That's what I said. We're submissive. We are submissive, whether we like it or not. We're submissive.
No. I mean, I'm not submitting, but it's like.
But it's the majority is submissive. You're just a minority that says, no, what? I'm not having it. But that's like every resistance, you know. There is going to be the few that's not going to have it and then say, viva la resistance and try and fight. But the majority, the majority will be submissive. It's the truth.
Viva la resistance.
Yes.
This guy, yo, get his French on, yo.
Really,
Yeah, don't do that.
played quite well today.
Yeah.
Bring my Arsene Wenger, like, hey,
Bring my
Yeah,
Arsene
yeah.
Wenger in it. Yeah. Why did you say it like that, man? Said Viva la resistance.
It's the only way I can say it.
Ian just getting his French off.
Got that swagger about it.
Yeah, isn't it? Man just said it. I know, says that Viva la resistance. You know what I'm saying?
played quite well today.
You guys.
Yo, fool. Oh, my life, yo. You're at Egypt. Oh, man. You're at Egypt.
You know,
for real,
Henri,
for real.
like back in his time, like the prime Henri days in the Premier
Yeah.
League, bro.
That's your bastard that Viva la resistance. Guy trying to serenade a French. Yo, that's what that sounds like, yo. Is it Viva la resistance? I'm like, yo.
Gotta
what
make
my
it
God?
believable, innit, you know?
What's going on, yo?
Oh,
The man said,
Yes.
"Pan is chocolate."
Pen
Yeah,
of
man,
chocolate.
chocolate. Man, bro, get the fuck off
Nah,
with it,
French
bro.
accent is too much, bro.
It's smooth, man. It's smooth.
Any gal, like just like,
Yes.
drop. Yeah, it's
You hear
mad.
me? Vavavoom, pen of chocolat. You know?
Boy,
Oh, no.
Egypt. Hey, continue to run up the likes, people. Continue to run up the likes. We're at 42 likes, and there's 42 people in there. So big up to you lot. But run up the likes, get us up to 50 likes. Hit the subscribe button as well. It is rolled to 9,000 subscribers on the channel. Continue to get your questions in as well. Please keep them Manchester United related. We're at 8,658. 2 more subscribers. Get us to 8,660 people. And make sure you subscribe to Ivorian's channel and Dan Sillyman's channel as well. Both links are in the title. So Red United TV, Ivorian's channel. You click the link in the title right now and it opens up a new tab. You can subscribe to his channel. Same with Dan's as well. Dan Sillyman. Make sure you click the link on the title, subscribe to his channel, and then you can find all of their socials on their respective channels as well, people. And big up to Samila, who says the biggest problem in our fan base are the top Reds who defend mediocrity like Rashford, Bruno, and glorify effort from McTominay and Garnacho. We need to stop with the he gets it mentality. And this is why exactly I don't, when Ivorian said, oh, just a pound from all the fans and then we take over. I don't want the fans having any say in what goes on at Manchester United Football Club. Like, I want us to be in the know. Like, we have an idea, like we know what's going on, and we have an idea of the plans and what's going forward. For example, with the Jim Ratcliffe situation. However, I don't want us involved. We'd be in League 2 in 3 years if fans were involved. I've said this. You mentioned it here because fans are all for overrate our academy, and it's all about getting the club. You know what I'm saying? And being a Manchester lad. And what like McTominay's not good enough. The reason why McTominay gets the defense from our what's it called, our fan base is because he came through the youth academy. That's just what it is.
Yep.
Bruno gets the defense because he plays. If you play in a certain manner, if you run around, that's what it is. This is why Mount is escaping criticism. How is Mount escaping criticism? Number 7, big money, big wage.
British.
Look at his performances.
And British.
Let that had been his performances have been someone like Fred who got slandered here and criticized. And Fred got criticized rightfully at times. Don't get mistaken, people, because he's not good enough. But where Mount's performances this season currently worse than Fred's, yes. But he's not getting half of the slander. He's not getting half of the criticism. Like, be fair across the board. What are we talking about?
that shit was the most pointless signing, bro. I swear to this day, bro.
I said it. Still don't get it. Said it. I still don't get it. But that's just the prime. So back to this. This is why our fans. This is why I don't want them, because it would be Bruno as captain and play McTominay. We play youth players. That'd be the thing. This youth player myth that Manchester United have, and it is a myth, because our youth players don't. Our youth system doesn't produce players of the caliber we think it does.
Yeah,
and that's not even a disrespect. That's every top youth system around in the country. So whether that's Arsenal, whether that's Liverpool, whether that's Chelsea, whether that's Manchester City, whether that's Spurs, you understand the clubs I just mentioned are looking for the top 1% of players in the world to come and play for their football club. Like, one thing these academies are very good at is just producing professional footballers. If you look at this, Carrington graduates all across in the Premier League, in the Championship, League 1, League 2, etc. We're good at that. Like, McTominay will leave this club, for example, and go and play elsewhere, whether it's somewhere else in the Premier League, whether it's the Championship. Same way A Rashford if he left. Same way for a Garnacho. Let's say it don't work out for a Maino. The list goes on. Like even Chong's at Luton, for example. Mengi's at Luton, for example. They're two people. Lingard, even though he's without a club now, left and he's been at West Ham, was at Nottingham Forest. So like the list goes on. That's what he's very good at in regards to the amount of youngsters who will get released that we don't know who don't reach the first team, who will go and play, like I said, in the Championship, League One, maybe go abroad, like a Zidane Iqbal, for an example, like an Angel Gomez, for example. Like the list goes on. Same way with the Dan Gore. If you don't make it hit, he's probably going to apply his trade elsewhere. But our fans vastly, it's got to be through the youth. Why? How about just get the best player for the job? Why is that not the motive? Surely that's the aim. Who is the best player for said position? Okay, bring him in. Forget where he's from. Forget his nationality. Forget his color. Forget his background. Is he the best player? Because the vast majority of our players, guess what? People who don't know, our better players are not from Manchester. Just to clarify, 99.9% of our legends are not from Manchester. If we did an all-time Manchester United 11, how many Manchester United players get in? Manchester players get in. Probably one, maybe two. We talking about? As far as I know, Eric Cantona is not from Manchester, but people want to pick and choose. Yeah, he's from.
He's from France, you know. Danny just had to drop it as well.
Bad idiots.
Be free, my friends.
You remember the Jogger Benito advert in that, bro?
Yeah, you had the Egypt. Oh man. Oh Lord. You lot continue to get your questions in as well. Big up to Casa. See you in the chat as well. What else have we got to discuss? I'm trying to think. We've done the ownership, Varane to Bayern Munich. Champions League. We'll go to you, Dan, because that is back next week. This man just laughed. Galatasaray away. Chat to us. Galatasaray away, my friend.
What, you think we're beating Galatasaray? What, so we have to beat Galatasaray and Bayern, yeah? We won't even get past the
maybe. No. Just Galatasaray. Just Galatasaray. We'll go and carry on.
I thought we had to beat, we had to win against both.
No. So what happens is if Bayern beat Copenhagen, which most likely happened, and we beat Galatasaray, we'll be 2 points clear of both Galatasaray and Copenhagen. So then
we still can go out.
We can still go out, but say them two teams draw and we lose to Bayern Munich, we'll go through.
Yeah.
That's not out of the realms of possibility. Apart from us beating Galatasaray away, I'm saying the other results. Us losing to Bayern Munich, by Copenhagen and Galatasaray drawing on the last day. Those things could happen.
First and foremost, we do not deserve to progress in the Champions League, bro. Like, we just don't even deserve it. So if we somehow once again do the Man United thing and scrape the group, you know when Charlemagne clapped in Beanie Siegel's face on the breakfast club? That was crazy. Well done. That was crazy. You don't deserve it, mate. You're dead. That was crazy. Like, how uplifting are we really gonna feel that great if Man United scrape through? We're gonna be like, they're gonna get knocked out anyway, straight away. Like, so, bro, we're done, bro. We're just shit, bro. Like, Galatasaray will beat us, bro. Don't get it twisted. They will beat us, bro.
Oh, I hear you. No, there's no argument from over here. You know what I'm saying? This is people trying to hype us,
and Bayern Munich will annihilate us.
Yeah.
So, anyway, yeah. I mean, I don't even think we get out of the group. I think we get knocked out.
You think we finished third, or you think we finished bottom of the group? We go Europa or finish bottom of the group?
Freaking boy.
Bottom.
Well, you think we lose to Galatasaray Bayern, so we'll finish bottom of the group, which is I'm with that.
Yeah.
Rather than Europa League is what I'm saying. I don't want Europa League.
I think they're just bottom of the whole thing, whole group. Can't lie.
Yo. What are you telling me, Ivorian?
I completely agree. You know, I know it, and I think we said it before before we started the Champions League. We spoke about, and I told you about Manchester United, Turkey, European night, ultras there. We're gonna cave in. Those nights there were difficult, and Manchester United right now. And I said it before, I'm worried about Manchester United, you know, especially in the last couple of games. I'm worried where we can go. And Manchester United don't have the personality, the leadership, the mentality to go to Turkey and get 3 points there and control the whole entire game. You know, they couldn't even do it when they were 2-0 up against Copenhagen and lost a man down. They were a man down. They couldn't hold it down. And
when's the last time they controlled the whole 90 minutes of a game?
We haven't seen that for years. A whole 90 minutes. game of football being controls for years. So I have zero belief that Manchester United can go there and get result. It's the end. That will be the day that we know we're definitely certified out of the Champions League. And if you ask me, I don't even think we can get third place because we will lose against Galatasaray stupidly, and we will lose to Bayern Munich as well in a stupid manner as well. You know, at home at Old Trafford. So yeah, Manchester United going out fourth place out of Europe completely. You know, and whether that would be the question of whether Ten Hag's job is serious in serious contention. I don't know, because again, like the ownership situation, we don't know what's going on. Can the Glazers right now sack Ten Hag? We don't even, our CEO is no longer there. He stepped down. Can they sack Ten Hag, or they're willing to wait until ownership clarity is sorted out? Even though we lose to Galatasaray, I don't think that will be the match that will define whether my man is gone. I don't think my man will be gone until clarity of ownership is sorted out, in my opinion as well. But yeah, we're losing Wednesday. Is it Wednesday or Tuesday, Flawless?
It's Wednesday. It's early kick, 5:45 p.m.
Oh, come on. Don't do that to us. Oh, wait, you know what? Yeah.
Man said don't do that to us.
You know what?
No,
do you know what? It's good for me. It benefits me. Because at least, and you know, after losing, certain men will just go bed, innit? Like, you know, after losing that 8 p.m. kickoff and it's around 10 o'clock, you go straight to bed. But this time you can just enjoy your evening a bit, you know. Maybe get something to drink after the full time is done, because full time will be done around 7:45. Eat, think about it, and not go bed angry. Maybe we'll see what happens, innit? 5:45, you know.
What, are you still getting angry at this point? Like,
so they basically want people to rush home from work, get home at 5:45 to see Manchester United lose, skip dinner.
You think Man United angry anymore, bro? I'm numb.
No. I just really I deeped it, you know. I deeped it. I finished work at 4 o'clock. Man, that's to bust my nut to get to home. Yeah, certainly I have to just ditch a lot of things.
Hey yo,
yeah, pause.
Hey
pause,
yo,
I heard
what you doing at work, fam? You know what I'm saying? Work quiet for them things there. Yeah, do your thing, fam.
Hey, and I no comments. No comments.
I'm joking. He's a faithful black man. People, I'm clowning.
Black men don't cheat at all. You know, power. But yeah, but I'm saying a lot of men, man. Yeah, exactly. A lot of men have to just cut what they're doing just to get home at 5:45. Wow. Can you put a disclaimer on that we do not condone anything that Danny says? Yeah, all of it is his own fault only.
Yeah, where's the disclaimer? Hold on, let me have a look for it.
Disclaimer. So man, don't know. But black men don't cheat out here. I don't know about these people, but
hey, facts. Hey, black men don't cheat. That is a scientific fact.
Yeah.
That's a scientific
all views
fact.
and expression is by the panelists. It's not Sarcasm City's own, or
not always the views of Flawless.
I've got it. Read that.
What you have to I didn't see no time. That's
like a yellow card, you know.
Because it's written. Because I've got it on the StreamYard. I've got it like as one of the banners. Like there, it's pre-written already. Because people like yourself and others be saying wild stuff on here. So I always have to. All the views expressed by panelists on Sarcasm City TV are not always the views of Flawless or Sarcasm City.
It's not cheating if they don't find that.
Yeah.
Again, all the views expressed by panelists on Sarcasm City TV are not always the views of Flawless or Sarcasm City TV. # Black Men Don't Cheat. Stay faithful.
Stay faithful, guys. You get me? Even to your football team, Manchester United. That's how I know Black Men Don't Cheat, because we're faithful to our team. We're not like those Arsenal fans who converted to become Man City fans, or those Chelsea fans that converted to be Man City fans. We here, we ride or die till the end. But yeah, as we were saying earlier on, yeah, man, Man United are out. That is it.
Yeah, I think we will as well. I don't see us getting through. I really don't. I think it's a wrap. Prove me wrong. You know what I'm saying? Go out there to Galatasaray and stand up, because it's crazy. As bad as we've been all season and as bad as we've been in the Champions League, we actually still have a chance of getting out of the group. That goes to show the quality of the group. And if we beat Galatasaray, chances are Bayern Munich will beat Copenhagen, and then they will rest players. They'll be top of the group through. Can't get caught at the top of the group, so then they'll definitely rest players for that game at Old Trafford. Yeah, and then if we go there, if we do manage to get a point or win, which again, people highly unlikely, we can get out of the group. Scout it. Prove me wrong. Show me up.
Progress.
No, we don't. But guess what? We have no right to be in 6th place, fam.
True.
But here we are. You know what I'm saying? We have no right to be 6 points off the top of the league.
Exactly.
We
But
have,
we
we have
are.
no right. We have no right to be the informed team in the Premier League right now.
But we are.
We are the informed team in the Premier League.
Trust
And people
me.
tried to argue me down when I said this league in terms of quality is absolutely rubbish. Rubbish. Including Manchester United. We are included in the trash, people. You know what I'm saying? We just trash, we just rubbish in a silver bag. You know what I'm saying? And that's all it is. A garbage. You know what I'm saying? Garbage.
Trash, dude. Fucking
You know
trash.
what I'm saying? To Samelia, who says, if you can't progress out of the Champions League group stage, you don't deserve to be United manager. Ten Hag has embarrassed this great club yet again in the Champions League. I do agree with you. If we do go out of this group, I believe he should be sacked. Because this is a Europa League group. Bayern Munich ain't even all that. Let's call a spade a spade. Galatasaray are moderate at best. And Copenhagen are probably the worst team we played all season. They are abysmal. They are abysmal. But that being said, Dan, where do you stand? Because we've not spoken on this with Eric Ten Hag, actually. Because it's been a minute. Man shook his head, you know. Man shook his head. Man shook his head.
Yo, bruv, he's not done enough. Like, he's not done enough. That's just the facts. Like, man spent the peas. Man's making excuses now, morphing into Oli Solskjaer. Like, he's not helping himself. He's doing all the wrong sort of things. So how much, what stage do you get to where you're like, all right, cool, nice, like, he's just overstepping the boundaries. Like, you're not even doing the basics right, bruv. So if you're not even doing the basics right, like, if you're doing the basics right and we could see certain things and their progress, like, then cool. But like you said about where we are in the league and that, that doesn't tell the full story, bruv. Like, by no means, bruv. But if you look at it as a results-based business, then cool. But sustainability and long term, is that where we should be going? How we're playing right now, the lack of any kind of style of play, the fact that we're scraping games, the fact that, like I said not too long ago, we can't sustain a full 90 minutes doing the controlling games and just simply doing the basics. This club is a joke. Their team is a joke. Ten Hag is a joke right now. I'm just like, what more excuses can people have for him at this point, to be honest with you? Like,
my only excuse for him, apart from the bullshit he's doing right now, is just
his
injury.
last season.
No, it's just injuries at the moment. The players being injured and last season's credit in the bank. That's my only excuse for him. Apart from that,
bro, even with the credit in the bank thing, like, from what he done last season, how can it turn this bad though?
Talk about it.
Like, in terms of every aspect though. Like, it's not just one or two. Like, everything's just shit.
Every game.
It's like he is completely. I think our guy Saeed was saying about he changed his whole approach for whatever reason. Like, why? Be you, man. Do what you want to do, like, I meant to do. And then he's talking about, I ain't got the Ajax players and all this shit. Like, what are you talking about, man? You're just talking shit now, bro. Diarrhea out of his mouth now, bro. It's crazy.
Man's had enough, yo.
Yeah, no, because it's just a build up and add up of everything, innit? If it was like a couple things, you're like, cool, you do have that credit in the bank for last season. I get it, and I'll give you a pass, innit? Like, but there's too many things that is just not right. Like, I understand the structure is not entirely helping the situation. I understand the injuries are not entirely helping the situation. However, you should be doing a lot more better with what you have, and you're not. You're not. That's just the facts. Whether some people want to still give him more time, all right, cool. But it's like, go on, what are you saying?
No. The only reason why I'll say I'll give him time, because I don't trust who comes in next can do a better job at all with those squad of players.
That's
you know,
true as well.
And I've always said it before. Yeah, with these managers, you know, we're gonna go through a lot of hurt, and we've still got a lot of more hurt to go through until good things come to us. You know.
How much more hurt? Yo, this has been decades of hurt, man. How much
more?
Well,
with Ten Hag is a bit more, because it started off all good.
How about he leaves? You know what I'm saying? And that, yeah, the relationship was great at the start, and then you got comfortable. You got to go. You know what I'm saying?
I think it's the same situation, and we've had a couple of managers that all started off well. You know, Oli, Jose Mourinho, and all that kind of stuff. And
where would you place Ten Hag at this point in the list?
Definitely not at the bottom, because you look at his feats and stats. The guy's got the highest win ratio, and I'm not talking like I'm backing him, but in terms of statistics wise, he's done a lot better than.
Does that not highlight that he has the certain level of expectation?
He does. But then again, we all have to realize that these players are a pile of shit as well. And what's going on at Manchester United, there's a lot of pile of shit that's going on, bro. But again, he's the manager. He's supposed to bring the best out of every single player and guide his team and to improve exactly where we were from last season and be better. And he decided to bring in certain players like Mount, which doesn't make any sense. And now, we're in that situation where Manchester United not playing comfortable football. But then again, there's a lot of factors. But we'll see, man. Because at the end of the day, how about we just wait until the end of the season and see what happens and make our decision? Because
but if Ten Hag used the money he got wisely,
yes, he did it though,
and he didn't. But he didn't have to be that way.
But then again,
it didn't have to be like this.
Didn't have to be. But then again, the only thing I can say is that the manager doesn't walk around with the company's credit card. You know what I mean?
Didn't have to be like this. It didn't have to be this way.
It didn't, though. Like, it didn't, bro. That's why you deserve it. You deserve to be sacked, bro.
It didn't have to be like this.
It didn't have to be this way.
It didn't have to.
Yo,
be.
what film or series is that line from? I can't think where it is. You know what I'm talking. It's hey, chat. Let us know. There's a line in the film. It's a film or a series. Didn't have to be this way. It didn't have to be like this. It didn't.
Because you're setting yourself up for failure. Like, you don't have to make these decisions. Like, what are you doing?
I know, but then again, he's a stubborn man, isn't it? He's just gonna die on his sword, fall on his sword, and just die there. But again, there's always time, ample time for it to be turned around and to work out. Like I said, this could be a season where everything starts off badly and ends well. We don't know. We'll see how it goes, innit? We just have to ride it out, Let's give him time, because at the end of the day,
I don't know how he turns it around, because the thing is, he has to like do a complete 360, and I like you said, because he's stubborn, I don't know if he'll do that.
The only reason why I say give him time, because I'm comparing to Arsenal, where they had a manager that was finishing eighth, won an FA Cup at the start. It started off rosy, and then it went into turmoil. And then look at them now. Look at the club, their stability. But bear in mind, there was changes that were made structurally upstairs, with bringing in Josh Kroenke and getting rid of Stan Kroenke and bringing in Edu, who's just won an award for probably what's it called? What's that award that he just won? What's that award that Jude Bellingham just won recently? Golden Boy, the Golden Award for best director, and he won that. So that just shows there's been structure changes. And again, Arteta has about 4 seasons, and he turned things around. And look at Arsenal now. And you look at Klopp as well. There's going to be a transition. It took Klopp 4 years for Liverpool to become a competing club, and we was in the same situation that Liverpool was. They weren't competing, they weren't strong, and it took 4 years. Got rid of the deadwood, brought in real players.
You could see the improvement.
You can see it, but here we saw a little bit at the start of this last season. In the middle of it, disappeared, and then it's still not here.
I have no issues. Again, last season, I have no problem with if he had done what he did last season, this season, in terms of his approach, and was playing that style. I personally believe we'd be getting better results, and I wouldn't be mad. I'm not asking for us to reach the top of the mountain yet. I'm saying, and I've said it before, you've heard me say Ivorian, be a functional, organized unit with a clear identity and a clear plan. I'm asking for the basics. Basics. I'm not asking for nothing special. You know what I'm saying? I'm asking for the basics. You know what I'm saying? I ain't asking for you to cook me a 5-star, 6-star Michelin meal. I'm saying, yo, put the pasta in the pan with the water and boil it. That's all I'm asking you to do. And man can't even do that.
I can't even put something in the microwave for 2
minutes. I can't put something in the microwave. That's all I'm asking you to do is put something in the microwave. I'm asking you to do the and like when you pull it out, them ready-made meals, and it says pierce the top with the fork. You didn't even pierce the top with the fork.
Oh my God.
You know what I'm talking about, where it says stab several times. That's it.
And just stir it midway through and then put it back in.
Put it out and put it back in.
Yeah, that's it. You couldn't do it.
I'm asking you to do the basics. And you can't do that. Ready-made meal. You had the meal ready-made. Dan mentioned it. You had the money to spend to improve this. How can you turn around and say, I don't have the
You
Ajax
bought
players?
Anthony, but then apparently you can't. You ain't got Ajax players and that.
But
No,
you
Onana's
signed the
there.
Ajax. You signed the players.
Martinez is there.
Yeah.
Amrabat used
Ericsson
to play for you.
Yeah.
Tuesday.
Ericsson came through that youth system.
Yeah,
That's where
exactly.
or was played
You've
there.
got- he played that. He played for Ajax. He
Played,
came
yeah,
through
he
the
played for
academy.
Ajax.
He came through the academy.
Yeah,
and
like,
still
what are we
can't-
talking about?
But anyway, we'll see. It's the question is it the injury?
Johnny Van der Beek played at
Mhm.
Ajax and you don't play him.
He's there. Yeah,
He was your player.
we'll see what changes. with Manchester
Man, moving
United.
the goalposts, man. That's what
Mhm.
they all do, bro.
Man's
Solskjaer
be
started
saying
doing that as
anything.
We'll
well.
see.
I
Yeah,
just be
like,
saying anything. I legit just be saying.
I just think the
absolutely
pressure's just too much for him, man. He can't handle it.
Well, it will
Yeah, I
be.
think that's what it is.
I think it's too much. It's too much. I'm dealing with a lot of scenarios that's just taking place in the past. Coming in, you had the Ronaldo situation. You know, you have ownership issues. You've got the
He's done
Sancho
bare,
issues.
he's done bare things right last season. So how do you go
It's not
and
easy.
completely just
Talk about it.
capitulate
Let's
like
just be real. If he had hair right now, it would be entirely grey. But lucky he
That's
doesn't have hair.
But
That's
Dan,
why
you
we
mentioned,
can't see
you
the
mentioned
stress.
it there. How do you get so much right and then come back to the same
Pressure,
problem
man.
and get so much wrong? Well, yeah, pressure.
Mm.
Man took
It
the
is true.
test
that?
and got
Mhm.
man took the test and got a
Mhm.
B plus
Mhm.
and then came back. You know what I'm saying? A few months
And
later,
our
did the
media,
same
and
test
then the
and
media
got a
don't help
U.
as well. The media don't help. They love talking about Manchester United. So
Hey, that's what it is. But that's
Bruh.
the pressure. But yeah, I've
That's
said
what
this
Remember when he
before, it's
come
the
in, like he
pressure.
was moving with conviction.
Yeah.
but
Confidence.
You hear the
Yeah.
tone in the voice, everything.
Yeah, it was confidence.
Now it's like bullshit. Diarrhea.
I'm just saying, yeah, I want to see what it's like when Manchester United get real people in the club. Then if it gets worse and worse with him in charge, then you just know, go, like just go. We'll see what happens when we get real footballing men who sits there and tell you know what, Ten Hag, you don't have to think about being the director, the DOF, the COF, CEO, the scout in team, because at the
Yeah.
moment we think that Ten Hag does everything at Manchester United because there's nobody and he relies on his own self. You know, this is the same manager that walked into the Man United, yeah, and was expecting suggestions from the scouts, and the scouts had no suggestions to put players forward, and he had to just come and bring his own players in. It's the same Manchester United, you know. So let's just hope, because it's hard. Manchester United manager does everything. Until he gets that, I don't have to worry about the scouting. I don't have to worry about the training pitch and reinvesting money into it. Someone else can handle that. All I can focus on is coaching, just being a manager.
But again, I hear that in regards to him having to do everything else, but that's just no excuse for what we're seeing on the pitch.
Yes, no excuses.
And these are your guys. It's your signings out there. Like Mount, Amrabat, Anthony, Ericsson, Casemiro, Varane,
No.
Onana,
Mhm.
Hoyland.
Mhm.
So your guys.
Your guy, and
last year,
it's your football.
Like, even though we've not seen
I'm not
Malacia
saying-
like that this season, but this is your, and then you gave Bruno the captaincy, gave Rashford a new deal, Dalot a new deal.
Mhm.
I think
Constantly.
Lindelof, you may have given a new deal as well, and there's probably more. But I think his actually, I don't think Lindelof got a new deal, but I think his contract runs out at the end of this winter. Like, what are we talking about? These are your guys. But anyways, we move. Love to everyone who has locked in. Went over 50 likes, so big up to you lot. Real ones. Make sure you hit the like button though, whether you're watching this live right now or watching this back, hit the subscribe button. Make sure you subscribe to the Sarcasm City TV Gaming YouTube channel as well. Make sure you subscribe to the Sarcasm City TV Gaming YouTube channel. Recently just went over 200 subscribers on there. Links are underneath in the description. Don't forget, subscribe to Dan's channel, Ivorian's channel. Links for both are in the title right now, people, right now. So you just click the links, it opens up new tabs. This show will keep running, and then you can subscribe and find all their socials as well. Final few questions. We're gonna close out in the next 5 minutes or so. Before we do, Dan, we'll go to we're back Sunday. Everton.
Oh shit.
Thoughts? Everton
What, the
away,
team that-
Goodison Park.
Did they get the point?
Deduction. Yep.
Right. Wait, so what is that? When is that gonna?
It's already in
Deduction's
effect.
hit. It's already in effect. Yeah, it's already happened.
Right.
Crazy part is
Yeah.
they ain't bottom of the league. Deducted 10 points and they're like 18th. It's crazy. But yeah, go on, fam.
Yeah, no, I mean, bro, I don't even know like what to say, bro. Like we're just in this mad. I mean, obviously, like you said, we're in that patch of, I don't know, form, if you want to call it that or whatever. But at the same time, it's like, look at our running, bro. Everton could just be the start of a catastrophic December and that, like the next month, like that could be like. I mean, they need to win that. Like in my opinion, like they have to win that game, innit?
Of course,
Push on, man.
of course.
Like, but I don't. Obviously, you guys will know a lot more about Everton's situation at the moment in terms of where they're at with their players. Do they have like injuries and that? Are they? What's their form looking like?
Even forget all that. Their form's been decent as of late. They've got a couple wins. This is why they was like moved up the table. But anybody can beat us. We know that. You don't have to be at your best to beat us. It's just insert football club here.
Well, that's it. Exactly. So the only thing I can say is I don't have much higher hopes, bro. We're going to expect the same old Man United that we've been seeing. So don't be surprised if we get just absolutely rolled, just smashed up. Don't be surprised if we end up scraping a little, I don't know, 1-0 or something. Don't be surprised, bro. Like,
I can see that. If we do win, it will be like very Fulham-esque, Burnley, Sheffield United, where the performance won't be good.
Yes,
we can guarantee that 110% the performance will not be good.
Yes.
Win, lose or draw.
And what does that tell you? How does that make you feel, guys?
People saying still back the manager, which is crazy. And bear in mind, people, I'm not saying just get Ten Hag out. Let me just repeat this again because there's some people who may be new. I'm saying get everybody out. I want everybody gone. Manager, coaches, players, all the staff.
But we'll see. Like I've already
everybody.
They shake up the people around Ten Hag and that. Then we go again.
Yeah.
It's like
we'll see. Pressure getting to man. But we'll see. So score prediction then. The Everton, Manchester United game.
Fucking hell. I'll just say. I don't know, bruv. Fucking 1-1.
1-1. All right, first. Ivorian, you telling me thoughts on the game coming? Because obviously this will be the next time we speak will be after the Everton Manchester United game. So thoughts on the game. Manchester United returning to action Sunday, 4:30 p.m. UK time. Merseyside. Why are you laughing?
Because the way you're amping it up.
I
need to relax, bro. I need to relax.
Am I doing too much? Yo, it's a big game, man. Everton Manchester United, man.
They're doing the most.
Merseyside, man. Manchester Merseyside.
I don't know what's all the fuss about, bro. And I don't know why people are being so upset. We are the most informed Premier League team at this moment. And look at us. We're not even hyped up about this match against Everton. That's a relegation fight. This is relegation Everton, Just before that, a game before that, they were in a relegation fight. They're in good form. But come on, guys. We're in form right now. So I'm looking at this game knowing that Manchester United are not going to put in that performance, hoping for a result at Goodison Park.
Scrape the little win,
scrape it or whatever it is, man. You know what I mean? Like I'm just hoping for a result. I don't care about performances anymore, man. That's been thrown out the window from like the third or fourth game of the season when we realized
you're accepting this, bruv. You need to stop with this acceptance, man.
I'm submissive right now because at the moment, I'm submissive. Do you know why? Because I know that we can't get any better. We're not going to get any better. Not now.
So you don't. So you don't think?
Yeah. I don't.
The reason why I disagree with that, I don't believe in the players. But you don't think the players can perform to a better level than they are right now?
Not anymore. Not anymore. Before I would say because they did it last season, but the way they be moving in every single game
last season, and you don't think these players can perform to an average level?
This is them. This is their level.
I don't think this is average level. I think this is below average.
Their level. Like if they've tooled down, that's their level. If they've actually tools down against a manager and don't want to perform, that is their level. I don't believe they can get any better. And because I can see the same thing happening again if it's someone else that comes in flawless. That's my reasoning to it. Because I just don't believe in them, They were better last season and this season, a year ahead, they're far worse from where they were. And right now they're losing every single game. They're not performing well. This is them. This is their level. This is what I see them as, And I've always seen Rashford as a player that's not good enough. And he's still the player that we see right now that's not good enough. And I've always seen Bruno as not good enough. And he's still the same player that I see right now as not good enough. Nothing's changed, in my opinion, when it comes to these players in form. Just because they had a purple patch at some part of last season, they're still the same players that were under Ragnick.
They are, but what I'm saying is if you make them organized, you can get more out of them. Do I think these players are good enough for where we're trying to go, which is Premier Leagues and Champions Leagues? Absolutely not.
Because
but can you get more out of what you have? Absolutely.
I think based on last season, when we gave them a little fine tuning, and the best they got was 2 finals, 2 cup finals, and third
And you know
place
what? Ivorian, I'd
Champions
be
League.
cool with that.
I think that's our level.
If we did that again, I'd no complaints. If someone said you're gonna finish third, second best home record, maybe reach the Carabao Cup final, get beat, obviously, which won't happen now, win the FA Cup, or even vice versa, win the Carabao Cup, lose the FA Cup final, I would have took that. Because that's now we're now being consistent. I just don't hear it in regards to it's not just on the manager, it's both. But he should be getting more out of what he has. That's where I criticize him. And the players should also be performing to a better level than what they are. This is why I said
he's got the excuse in it of the injuries. And
again, but Dan Arkell, this injury thing dead. The worst part of our team is the attack. We scored 13 league goals in 12 matches.
Yeah, no, I agree. I'm just saying what the people
people say that. And then I say, all right, so who's coming back to change it from an attacking perspective?
Nobody, because
the
main strikers are not injured. Those players there are not injured. But I'm hearing that Luke Shaw could be back as well. That could help solidify our defense and concede less goals than the goals. I know, yay, you know, with Iwan Bissaka there as well. It's the thing. Less goals conceded, guys, you know, more draws, more possible opportunity of getting a draw, because we haven't had that. It's either win or lose with Manchester United. But yeah, man, scoreline, I hope that Manchester United can win a scraping 1-0, like Danny said as well. Because that's what
what you saying. So scoreline prediction,
scraping 1-0. You know, let's just say this is not just 1-0 early goal and then we sit back. This is like 90 minutes, we score a winner. Go through all the emotions until 90 minutes and we score a winner to relieve the tension. That's the type of game we're going to be facing.
Same shit, different.
A horrid watch, a horrible watch as well.
Yeah, we suck. You know what I'm saying? And that. Yep, we suck. But yeah, love to everyone who has locked in. Big up. We are going to close out the show. Don't forget though, people, this show, all the other shows on the Sarcasm City TV YouTube channel, apart from watch-alongs, are available on audio-only platforms, people. So Spotify, iTunes, SoundCloud, wherever you get your podcast, wherever you listen into your podcast, type in Sarcasm City TV, and this show and all the other shows will pop up. So like I always say, if you want to listen, you might just not want the YouTube app open. You might want to listen while you're cooking, while you're cleaning, might be driving, maybe at work. Like shout out to Eli, he's always at work, tuned in. You may be at the gym, maybe you're just traveling, maybe you just don't want the YouTube app sucking up all your data, people. Maybe that is indeed the case. So make sure Spotify hails with the follow on there, 5-star or Sarcasm City TV. iTunes, Apple Podcast, all you iPhone users, please 5-star us on there, leave us a review as well. Just say, yo, this show is fire. You know what I'm saying? That's all. Sarcasm City TV is the best. Something like that. Same with SoundCloud as well. Hit us with the follow. The links are in the chat. The links are also underneath in the description as well. And like I said, Dan, Ivorian, the links for their channels are in the title. You click the links and it opens up new tabs, people. Dan, anything you want to add before we close out, fam?
No, big up everyone, man. Thanks for having me again. You know what I'm saying? Man. Big up everyone. Smash that like, comment, subscribe, all of that good jazz. By the way, did you see what Van der Sar said about this?
Now what you say?
You know, we got the other keeper we got.
Oh, Bayern. Yeah, what did he say?
Yeah, and he was like, oh no, but I hear you, but I rate Onana a bit more than you, basically.
He's always taking first and
replied back on the tweet saying, nah, Onana's my guy, like that thing. But anyway, yeah, man, big up to everyone, even the haters. You fuel us. Motivation.
Yeah, facts, man. We get blamed for random stuff, man.
Yeah, man, we're narcissists. You know what I'm saying? We're narcissists.
I'm not
all
narcissist.
Of that, all the above. No, I'll wear it. I don't care.
You can wear that. I ain't wearing that. Yeah. I don't like that outfit.
Whatever you think I am in it, because that's your perception. It's the truth. But I hear you. But anyway, as long as you're watching, then cool. Keep watching. You know what I'm saying? We ain't saying stop watching. Keep watching. I'm saying big up to everyone. And I love you all, man. Peace and love. Even though I'm narcissist and whatever negative, I love you all.
Ivorian, anything you want to add?
If I'm negative, how can I love
it? First of all, it's flawless fault that Cheat the Sheen pulled out of the the
Yeah, it's my
bidding.
fault.
Yeah, I just want to add that to it as well. Since everyone's blaming Flawless, I might as well. You know,
Blame me, like man said in it. Flawless 316. Blame me. You know what I'm
me,
saying? Everyone just blames me. Blames me.
yeah,
bro.
bro. Yeah, Flawless is that the guy. You know what you call it? The scapegoat.
Call
You
it
know, the
garage.
sacrificial lamb to everything that's wrong with this world. You know, we will blame him. But yes, man, smash that like, guys. Big up to everyone. You know, follow man on Red United TV. It's been a pleasure again. You know, I'm looking forward to this weekend. You know, I'm looking forward to next week as well. You know, with football coming back, football's back, man.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to this month, man. When we got West Ham, Liverpool, Chelsea. Yeah, bro. All them.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I'm just looking forward, man. You know, just more streams and more things to do, man. You know, and then again, we're back again Tuesday, 4:30, Flawless, to discuss the result against Everton. Let's just hope it's happy days.
Yeah,
and
we'll
the
be
game
back.
before Galatasaray as well. Ooh.
So yeah, people, ManDem United is your favorite show. Then there is a playlist for this show on the channel. There's a playlist for every single show on the channel as well. But ManDem United podcast, you got Ivorian on the Tuesday edition, alongside special guests like Dan and others as well. So yeah, like I say, keep a lookout, people. We're back tonight, slightly earlier time, 11 p.m. UK time for the Manchester United Liverpool show. So first crossover of the week, ManDem United podcast analysis at Anfield podcast. So I'll be joined by the regulars from the Liverpool side, so your Ryan, Saints, etc., but a couple special guests as well, because that's what I'm going to be doing all week long, people, is adding special guests to the ManDem United podcast and all the crossovers as well, because it's international break. You know what I'm saying? Get some different views, different opinions, etc., different characters like Dan, as always. Always good chopping it up with you.
By the way, guys, we got something special coming. Yes, our special content, Man United content related stuff. So subscribe to me and stay tuned. Set the notifications of that, because we got something big coming. Big.
There you go.
And you're gonna love it. So trust me. I can't talk too much. I can't tell you about it, but
links in the title. Links in the title, people, for both channels. And Kingswood says, see you tonight, Flawless. Yeah, like I said, 11 p.m. UK time. All of the shows that I mentioned are all on the upcoming live stream schedule as well. And don't forget, we are back on the Sarcasm City TV Twitch, people, where you're going to get Premier League watch along Saturday. We're doing free watch alongs on Saturday. We're going back. Once the Premier League's back, we're going back to Twitch. Well, not even back to Twitch. Continuing with Twitch, you know what I'm saying? But starting the Premier League content on Twitch with a bang. So you're going to get free watch along. So you get the first one, City Liverpool. So we get that Manchester City Liverpool watch along 12:30 p.m. UK time. Then following that, 3 p.m. kickoff, you will get the Newcastle United Chelsea game, and then ending that 5:30 p.m. late kickoff, if obviously UK time, Brentford versus Arsenal. All these are on the upcoming live stream schedule anyway. And I'm looking into doing some NBA watch alongs. It's just that the fixtures ain't the best this week, but we're going to continue, man. Hashtag no days off. The content is going to keep rolling, people. We will continue creating content here at Sarcasm City TV, here on the YouTube channel, on the Twitch, also Sarcasm City TV gaming as well, people. We're going to raid Rants live with Northside, so just put Sarcasm City raid in capital letters. Shout out to Rants, big up Northside every single time. This has been the ManDem United podcast live on the Sarcasm City TV YouTube. Big up for tuning in.
Peace.